Friends, we're standing in one of America's most populous cities, and yet it looks like a field in the middle of nowhere. This is the Shuffletown Dragway. I'm joined here by Justin, he's a local historian. And can you tell us a little bit about where we are?
Well, we're at the Shuffletown Dragway, which operated from 1958 to 1991 to 94. That's debatable, but an IHRA sanctioned racetrack towards its end.
And that is awesome. We're gonna dig into some more of the history here later on, but Justin and I are actually gonna explore this place because you can tell it is still here in the middle of this big city. So we're gonna walk around. By the end of this video, you're gonna hear from some of the drivers who raced here. You're gonna hear about the history, and Justin and I, we're gonna go exploring. So you're gonna wanna stick around for that. Even though the city of Charlotte owns this land, they've converted much of it into a public park, but they've left this awesome drag strip, right? So we get the chance to really explore all of it today. Much of it's overgrown, but I think we're excited to see what we can find, right?
Yeah, I'm super excited. And it's open to the public, so anybody can walk down here at any time. So we're standing at the top end of the track here. And if you look to your left over there, you can see the return road where it comes out of the woods.
Right over in here?
Right over in there. So it returns right up in here. That's the back part of the track there. Usually in some pictures that you see online, you'll see this bridge in the background when the cars are getting ready to stage. And pretty much down in this area right here was where the cars would come from the pit area and would be lined up, ready to go onto the track.
So they would have come down this hill and staged right here, correct?
That's right. Staging lane, that's the left staging lane right there. The right one is covered under the leaves and the briars and stuff, but they would stage right there and they would take off down through there.
Dang, this is insane. So obviously it looks like there's people that, you know, have ridden four-wheelers back here, whatnot, and that's why you can kind of see a narrow lane out here. But we were talking off camera, Justin, that one of the things about this track is that it was relatively narrow. You know, if you see over here, way in there, right? You were telling me?
If you look over here, you'll see a post right here. You will see another one over there against that branch. And if you look beyond that, you see the fence, which is the spectator area.
Yeah.
And that post is as close as you were to the track. And then same over here, you can see the post over there because they've took the guardrails out. And you can see the fence over there.
Yeah, so you see there, that post right there?
Guardrail post, then spectator area. And not much distance between both sides.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I mean, I'm gonna walk back in here. I want you to look at how close the guardrail would have been to the spectator fence. It is insane. You could never get away with something like this in today's modern day and age, you know? So here's this post. Here's the chain link fence, spectator fence. I mean, we are talking maybe 3.5, 4 feet between the guardrail and the actual fence. That's
insane.
How
close you were to the action.
I don't want to imagine how many people left with their ears ringing too, you know?
Well, and then again, I believe that's why this place was popular, because you could get in right on the action.
Yeah, you can imagine how crazy it would have been to be a spectator, but also to be a racer. And fortunately, Justin, we were able to talk to quite a few racers about their time here, and man, did they have some stories to tell.
First race that I went to as a child, I was 2 weeks old, went to Shuffletown. Obviously, I don't really remember that day, but that was my first race. Went to Shuffletown as I was growing up when I was preteens. Had a lot of great memories there. Had my first experiences meeting Roy Hill there.
Shuffletown was great to Roy Hill. When I first started racing in '69, driving myself, but way before that, '62 and all up through '64, 4 or 5. I worked with Sam Kennedy, the Kennedy Ram Charger, and we would race there, and I was just a kid learning all I could and wanted to go to the races. And he passed away in '68. And I bought a car from Buddy Martin that he had not made into a race car. It was a Road Runner with a 446 pack. Yeah. And we started out running that car. First 3 weeks, I won and got a trophy or $5. What did I take? The $5. Back then, that'd pay for me to get from High Point down to Shuffletown and back home. $5 worth of gas, you understand? But it was about 20 cents a gallon, 25 cents. And, but I got so many great memories there. And racing today is not the way it was in the late 60s, 70s, 80s.
Oh, Shuffletown, we had some great races at Shuffletown. One of the better races there, one race particularly was running the Quick 8 race, and Tommy Mauney had messed up the motor in his car, so we put my backup motor in Tommy Mauney's car, and which I had the better motor in the car, but it was basically a quarter-mile motor. But anyway, I had to run Tommy Mauney in the finals, and guess who won? It wasn't Blake. I had 2 motors in the final, but Tommy Mauney won the race.
I could not win a Ram there no matter what I'd done. Finally, one year, I think it was the second year I raced there, they had a memorial benefit race for somebody. I don't even really remember who it was, but whoever won, the purse went to the memorial fund, and I won that race. Good and bad. I said, dang, I still didn't get no money, but I won the race, so I was good with that.
What do we got up here? Is this the old tower?
This is the old call tower that stood for many years. Watch your step. The sinkholes formed underneath it, so I believe that's what caused it to collapse. But for many years after they closed the track, this was standing. And pretty much all the pictures that you see of the track from its past, that's the tower where it stood.
Holy cow.
As far as I know, this track only had one tower, and this was the one.
I mean, you could see like there's insulation here, and I mean, you can just imagine, you know, people who would come up here, how awesome this would have been, and just to see it like it is now, what's left of it. Man, it's just so sad.
It leaves people speechless when they look at the condition of the track now, and you can see right here how tall this was, because the back portion of the call tower is still standing, the framing at least, but it was about that big. And when I was here a few years ago, it was still standing, but it must have collapsed recently from the sinkhole here.
So is this the only building that was on the property, or was there any more buildings? Or
there was buildings over on the other side of the track, like restrooms, concessions, things like that. And there was also a canopy that went over the grandstands.
But this is really the only remnants of any sort of building out here left, correct?
Correct. But of course, you can see the sinkhole that's formed around here. I hadn't even looked to see. Well, this is supported by earth, so we ain't got to worry about that collapsing in. But this was probably caused by the creek on the other side, and that creek has been there longer than the track. So I guess without proper maintenance, it was just a matter of time before that was going to happen.
I mean, it's just absolutely wild to see, you know, how the earth has reclaimed this property, you know?
It literally has.
Yeah.
And you see, 10 years ago, we thought it was bad, but now we look at it now and it's just unbelievable.
Well, you know, this place has not really been in existence for 30 plus years, and just, it's crazy to think that this used to be wide open for racing, and it's
and it was a clean racetrack. It was a very clean racetrack.
Yeah.
This is just unbelievable. It's not even recognizable.
So, one of the unique things about this track is there's a creek that ran behind it, right?
That's right.
Tell me about this creek, Justin.
Well, this creek, there's been stories of cars going off the track and crashing into it. Also, there's stories of the drivers, when they'd bring their families up here, their kids would play in the creek when the drag races was going on. The creek's been here longer than the track.
Yeah.
And when they constructed the track in 1957, they constructed it literally probably fit 20 feet from the creek. And I don't know the reasoning behind that, but it seems like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a good idea to me, but
Yeah.
they did it.
I mean, it's just awesome to think about, you know, you'd come and bring your family out here, and, you know, bringing your kids, and what would your kids do? You know, they go play in the creek and they probably have endless hours just playing out here, you know?
It was like a drag racing water park.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So this right here would have been where the cars came back after they made their pass. I mean, I don't know about you, Justin, but just sitting here and walking this place and thinking about all the legends who would have come here. You know, people would used to come here on Sundays and, you know, spend their afternoons here with their families. I mean, it was probably a sight to see. And what do you think about walking on this place, Justin?
It leaves me speechless every time. And as time goes on, it leaves me even more speechless.
I won a lot down there, but they had their first annual Snap-on Tools race, and I didn't know it, but I showed up. They were paying $2,000 to win and a $2,000 Snap-on top and bottom toolbox. So we got down to semifinals, and Clinton Mashburn come over to me and said, "No, you know what you're going to win if you win?" I said, "Yeah, $2,000, and you better have it ready because I'm going to win." And he said, "No, you get a $2,000 toolbox also." And so anyhow, I won. And I ran against a boy named Jeff in a Chevelle. And he wanted the top box and I wanted the bottom box. We did not split the money, we split the toolbox. So I thought that was pretty cool. But we went every Sunday, and I won several bracket races down there.
Shuffletown, I love going there. That's where the Quick 8 started in my mind, the Pro Mod, all those guys. And Blake's here, for instance, and Mooney and Michael Martin, all those guys. I loved it. Sunday, Quick 8, Larry Wright on the microphone, having the water box, having ready. It was a lot of fun. That's just, I wish we could do that again, but those days are gone, unfortunately. But that was a lot of fun.
Enjoyed it. It was a nice little track. It was short. It was fast, but it was a neat little track. It was, and we won down there a few times. So we always like places we go and win at. So it was always good to go down there. But enjoyed it. And it breaks my heart to know that it's kind of gone to the wayside and kind of grew weeds in it and all that. But we enjoyed it.
So I am walking on the middle part of the racetrack, because you can see right here is the middle lane stripe.
Dang. It's incredible you can still see that.
The earth has pushed the middle part of the track up.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell, like, in some sections, you know, the asphalt is a good, I don't know, 6 inches higher than the rest of the actual track up here in the middle, where the roots have caved. But yeah, I mean, it's still, I mean, you have basically the entire track still here.
If you look to your right, through those trees right there, you will see the sign. The scoring board.
Holy cow, yes you can. We got a four-wheeler behind us. Let's see here.
This is what people do at Shuffletown Dragway. They ride four-wheelers down it to keep it visible for everybody. But we are coming up on the 8th mile. The left scoring board had been tore down when the...
Good night. Look at that thing, man. I mean, obviously, you know, the left one will be right here, and that's where kind of the park is we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, the park is, so they took it down. But
man.
The last time I was here, I walked up on this, and I was blown away.
Man, would you look at that? Holy mackerel.
I had seen pictures of this sign over time, and I came here once, couldn't find it, and
I mean, could you just, Justin, imagine how many people would look up there and see the times? I mean, just how many awesome, amazing drivers would come here and see their times up there. Man, that's cool.
It'd be something if it had a light bulb in it and it could still light up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't tear this down when they were putting the park in, but I guess it wasn't in the way, so they didn't do that.
Good night.
Yeah, but it's still here.
Justin, I tell you, man, I mean, the lengths will go to find old racing stories, man.
Well, it's just cool when a relic of something like this is left behind for somebody to see. And I mean, really, it's important that that's there because that shows you right where the finish line was at one point.
So it would have been like right here then.
It would have been. It would have been. 'Cause I'm assuming, yeah, it would be right here.
Was there a stripe painted here, I wonder?
Well, I looked for one. I couldn't see it.
Let's see here. Let's see if we can clean some of this dirt off.
If we could take a shovel and dig deep enough, which it looks like the land is collapsed on this side.
Dang. Yeah,
I don't see anything. We would have to clean this pavement off in order to see anything.
Probably, honestly, with how much gunk is under there, you could probably, if you were to dig back there, you could probably see it better under there.
Yeah, absolutely,
Right.
Absolutely.
Dang.
But that was one of the relics that I wanted to show you, was that right there.
Yeah.
And the next part of our little venture here is like this.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, you think about the drivers that raced here, like Ed Hoover, Scotty Cannon. These guys went on to race in the NHRA.
They raced here?
And they raced here.
My goodness.
Scotty Cannon became big here at Shuffletown. Ken Regenthal became big here at Shuffletown. And this place made a lot of drivers that I didn't realize until later on, because I learned about these guys after they had made the pros.
Well, it was an old track, but it was still fun. We weren't, we thought we were fast, but nothing compared to today, which the 442 was pretty quick, but I wouldn't want to go much faster than that. And there was a curve in the shutdown area, and then there was a bridge and a highway and a creek, to the best of my memory. So you had to be on the chutes pretty quick and shut her down, but it was just great down there.
We really enjoyed it. They had good people running the track. To begin with, it was Tom Farrell. He owned the track, he and his brother Buck. And then later on, they sold the track. And of course, the family, still family owned and everything, and the whole family worked there. And they were real good people to race for and everything. And we just had a good time racing.
So in 1981, we took it over. We did a lot of renovations. It was just, I learned everything that I know through the drag strip. I run about every position that was there. Like I say, it was a family business. We were there. I worked there full time. I mowed the grass during the week, and then weekends we run the track. And actually, my dad had a go-kart track there. He run it on Saturday, and we raced on Sunday. And it was a big deal.
Justin, I always say that these videos take a lot out of me, man, and I am getting hungry. Is there a place around here for lunch?
Yes, sir. If we go less than a mile up the road here, we got the historic Shuffletown Grill.
Really? Is it good?
It's good.
Okay,
It's good.
Let's go over there. We're gonna take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna come right back here. The Shuffletown Grill opened a year prior to the racetrack, and it ultimately gained some notoriety pretty quickly once the racetrack was built, as so many racers and fans would flock there on Sundays to grab a bite to eat. And the owner took notice of this and started decorating his restaurant with all sorts of Shuffletown photos and memorabilia, and it's been that way ever since. In fact, when Jose, the current owner, bought this place a handful of years ago, he was facing a decision of whether or not to redecorate the restaurant. But ultimately, after the influence of several old racers who would still come in even decades after this track had closed, Jose made the right decision to keep the restaurant the exact way it's always been. The food here is great, the photos on the wall are awesome, so I really want to give a huge thank you to Jose and his wife and their staff for such great hospitality here. If you're in the north side of Charlotte or anywhere in the area, go visit the Shuffletown Grill. It's awesome, it's got some great food. You may even meet a racer or two. There's still so many racers who stop in and grab a bite to eat. So again, huge shout out to the Shuffletown Grill. We're gonna jump back to the track. So pit area is up here?
The pit area is over here. It pretty much ran from where the staging lanes were out this way and on back. Now, right where that crate is right there, that was where one of the spectator areas was. And it was a grandstand with a canopy over the top of it. Of course, there was a concession stand and bathrooms that was behind that. But pretty much, the pits were not paved. They were all grass. There was small lanes like the return roads. And there was probably 2 or 3 rows of that. And it constantly kept going uphill, so yeah.
But all that's been erased because they put in that park there, and now it's nicely manicured. But yeah, that right there, all these kids up there playing, they have no idea that they are standing in what was a racetrack, which is incredibly sad, but what you gonna do about it, man?
Well, the funny thing is when they put like the checker flags and little stuff on the playground and stuff, they didn't put a top fuel dragster on there. They put like a little IndyCar or something.
Oh.
So they really ain't gonna know what's down here.
Dang. So here we're coming to a section of track that I'm gonna assume has been graded out when they put the park in, right? Because the track still would have gone on all the way down there, correct?
It would have, yes. And what they did was when they put the park in, they pushed land over here, and it was just a pile of dirt. Yeah. But over time, trees formed and they grew on the site. If you tore these trees down and moved this back, I don't know if the track would be underneath or what condition the track may be in.
So you can see the track's still there, and then we've got this area, and the track's probably gonna be on down there. So let's walk on down there and see if we can find any more. So yeah, you can see they obviously tore the fence posts out here.
The fence post and the guardrail post, because I don't see any guardrail post out here. I can see remnants of the return road, but if you look right there is the other end of the track.
We're back. Looky there. And this part actually looks to be in quite a bit better shape than the part we just left, right?
It is. It's in actually a lot better shape because it hasn't been messed with.
Dang. So these are areas where you would have been hard on the brakes, right? Like right in here.
Right in here. This is the area that we talked about that curves to the left. And if you can look up the road here, you can actually see where it goes to the left.
My gosh. I mean, this is wide open, man.
This is wide open. This is.
It also looks a little bit uphill. I don't know that you can tell on the camera, but
it does go uphill slightly.
Yeah, after the finish line, there's a little bit of an incline here.
It goes up. That's one thing about this place. I mean, you were going really fast and you were trying to slow down, but also you had the help of going uphill ever so slightly to help you slow that car down.
Yep.
So this was an 8th mile racetrack. The story behind this track with the speeds and everything that excelled over the years was the runoff area was very narrow and very short. There was lots of stories of cars that couldn't get stopped that went into the creek at the end of the track or ended up on Highway 16. That was one of the big things, plus the track was really bumpy at the end of the track. So when the speed started to excel here, that was a big obstacle for the drivers, was that right there.
And they had a pretty unique runoff lane, right? Because didn't it curve around to avoid the creek?
It curved to the left.
Yeah, I mean,
to the left.
What drag strips have a curved runoff lane? You know, that's just one of the...
Not many.
Yeah, it's one of the crazy unique things about Shuffletown drag strip here is, you know, it was short. I mean, it was right in the middle of the city, you know, and it was very short. And so you would really have to slam on the brakes hard and get that car turned to the left.
Right, and the track was built in the 50s and it had the speeds of the 1960s, and as the 80s and 90s came along, cars were almost twice as fast. So trying to hold that back on the small track, it was tough.
Was it this harsh of a turn? Like,
It was at the very top here, which is what we're approaching.
holy cow. I mean, it's way more of a turn than what I thought it would be.
It does get tight. It does get tight. Most of the time, the cars would be slowed down by the time they got up to this area here. But it was it could get very tight up here if you couldn't get slowed down in time.
That's just one of the unique features about this place. Every track has a story. Every track has crazy things that make them unique.
You would make a run and make the turn at the other end, and there was a little creek that run up through the side of it. Yeah. And that's something I'll never forget. You know, that track was special. It was almost in the middle of town, and we was having a drag race there. So I can just say everything at Shuffletown was great. The people, the announcers, there was a lot of people cut their teeth at Shuffletown.
Shuffletown, when you went there, I made a lot of friends there, which if you was winning, if you had a car that win, you was gonna make friends. I've had people boo me when I come back down the return race, and I've had guys give me money. Well, man, I won $200 here. They give you 100 or 20, but just being able to be there in the heyday of Shuffletown was a good part.
Sunday at Shuffletown Dragway. It's the Easter weekend special. See all the top Dragway experimental cars in side-by-side wheel-setting action with Bob Lane, Joe Barrett, Henry Hauser, Team Leader, Frank Team, and many more top names. Gates open at 11:30. Eliminations at 2:45. It's the Easter weekend special this Sunday at Shuffletown Dragway. Highway 16 West.
But it used to be back in the day when you would drive by the track here on 16, you could look down through here and you could see the other side of the track. You could actually see down the track from 16 over here.
And now you can see nothing.
Pretty much all you can see is the rough trees, weeds and all. But yes, I mean, and of course in the videos that you see, you can clearly see this bridge right here.
Yeah.
I think it's just amazing how the earth reclaims everything if something's left alone for a long period of time.
All right.
Zach, what do you think of this?
You know, mixed feelings, because I mean, it's super cool to explore this place, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it's just sad, you know?
It's very sad to a lot of racers, and when you start getting when you make a social media post about a place like this and you post a picture of the condition of what it is today, and the people that raced here or spectated here, they see that and they're sad and upset about it, that says a lot. So I believe that there was a community here that we can only hear stories about, but this place had a big impact on the city while it was still running.
And a lot of racers and their families, right?
It was, yeah. I mean, every Sunday. You know, this track didn't really operate during the times that other tracks did, like on Saturday nights or Friday nights. It had its own date throughout the week.
And so I've heard that there would be a lot of people that would, like, you know, race around this area. Like they'd race Mooresville Saturday and then come down here Sunday. I mean, it was just, I mean, that was people's traditions, you know?
So there were stories of some racers racing 3 times in a weekend.
Dang.
Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Man.
Well, the racers come up there from everywhere. I mean, it was a pretty popular place. And you got to know a lot of people, you know, people you grew up with and people you raced at, you know, Roxborough, Piedmont, Farmington, and all that stuff. We'd always go down there, and we'd always have it planned out to where if it's going to be a Friday night or Saturday night race there, we'd make sure the schedule looked right for us to be able to go and race 3 or 4 times a week at some of those places. Well, Shuffletown was always one of the places on the schedule. Yeah.
They would have a race somewhere on Friday night, somewhere Saturday, and then a race on Saturday night, and then maybe somewhere on Sunday. So you would go to a racetrack for 4, 5, 6 hours, finish that race, load your stuff up, go to the next one, maybe in the same day. So, you know, to try to pull something off like that today, people wouldn't even think about it. So it was just a real interesting time. I happened to be lucky enough to grow up in it, but I didn't realize the special situation that I was in at that time, you know. I appreciate it now.
Holy cow.
Zach, look.
Are these racing tires?
Those are drag slicks, sir.
Woohoo! Oh man, there's more of them. Golly, there's another one back there. Firestone Racing Slicks.
You got 5 of them here because you got one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there.
Dang, that's cool. Yeah, you can still see remnants of this place, man.
Yeah.
What's this too? North.
Oh, and this
It
looks
says
like
north on it. I don't know what.
Yeah, that's.
Know what the rest of this is.
Now, some of this could be remnants of the kart track that was here because I believe that's the front straightaway back in there.
So there was a go-kart track over here. is what you're saying.
There was, and supposedly it was very popular. And I believe if you look around, you'll see some more tires.
Ooh, we love me some tires. Dang.
It's kind of funny whenever they do develop something around, say, a racetrack or something, that they don't clean up everything.
Yeah.
Well, that just makes the adventure more fun because you find treasures.
Well, that's the unique part about this place is, you know, it had a really untimely demise, right?
Very much, very much.
So what do you know? What ended up happening? Like why'd this place go away? Because this place, you know, we heard from these folks, it used to be people's, you know, Sundays. You know, it was people's communities here. What happened?
Well, as the area became more popular, people moving here from out of town, development coming in, real estate, the newcomers and residents of our area didn't recognize drag racing. And they looked at it as noise. They didn't like it. So they decided to raise a complaint to the city of Charlotte, from what I heard. Went as far as suing the city.
Holy cow.
And that didn't go over too well with the city, and the track, we lost our drag strip.
When they started building houses around, then they started getting a lot of complaints. And that's basically what shut them down, I believe. But I just think it's a shame that Shuffletown had to grow up. As popular as it was to us back in our day, I think it's a shame that it had to shut down and be growed up like it is. Every time I go by there, I miss it.
I hate it. I mean, it's a shame the way it is now, but it's the zoning. You know, new people move in, they want to move out to establish what's been there for years. It's just a shame, you know, but what can you do? I guess that's what they call progress, but it looks to me like it's backing up. I don't know.
I hate it's not there. I ride down Highway 16 and look out there today, and it's not there.
The thing that's ironic to me is that, okay, you move in, residents move in, they don't like the noise, they file a complaint, the noise is done away with, but yet the streets become more dangerous because the street racing picks up. Makes no sense to me, because the track had been here since 1958. Went from when it started out, it was a dirt drag strip, and in the early to mid 1960s, it was paved, and the momentum of the track just kept going from there. And that's why we had the big names race here.
I don't know that any of the younger people can really get their mind around this. The time that you guys spend with telephones and the computers and all that. You know, we would be at the races at that era. I mean, you had breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the racetrack. You know, the baby cribs, the baby things would be there with the kids. I mean, you lived there. You know, you get out and play some stickball, baseball, football, frisbee, whatever, just like you would if you were at home. And what I know of my kids and my grandkids, that's not really the culture now. Most people are more social media, that kind of stuff. It's really just a different mindset. You know, we entertained ourselves at the drag strip.
We just had a wonderful time there. You could take your family and go up there and race, and it wasn't a bunch of drunks running around, falling over you, stuff like that. We just had a wonderful family gathering there of friends every week, and that's a gone thing now. Nobody does that anymore.
We lost our dad this year ago, January, and you know, it's just, you know, he made it what it was. He was a workaholic, and he taught us to work hard, and you know, to succeed, that's what you have to do. And but like I say, it was an honor to be there the 10 years that we were there. It's just a shame that it went down to what it did. But you know what? It was God's plan, and you just have to accept it.
It's just wild to think about, like, we are in a very, very large city right now. Very, very large. You know, one that's gone through quite a bit of urban expansion in the last 20 years. And I mean, the fact that this is still here, like we're actually super close to downtown Charlotte here. I mean, it's just amazing to come and actually lay eyes on it, you know. But
What is amazing is how close this track was to the city and how long it did last. The sad part about all of this, what we're looking at, is if this track was open today, a law just went into place in North Carolina that says you can complain all you want, but it won't close a racetrack down.
yeah.
And we didn't have that back in the early 90s, and that's why this place looks like this today.
As I near the finish line of discovering what Shuffletown was all about, I've come to realize how important this place meant to so many people throughout the Carolinas and across the United States. I'm inspired by people like Ken Regenthal, Shuffletown's all-time track record holder, and the passion that he still has for this place. Or people like Roy Hill, a true legend in the racing community, who even now at the age of 80 will still get behind the wheel and test a car. There are countless stories from Shuffletown Dragway, and I wish I had time to tell them all. But as I've walked these grounds, it's clear that this place was special, and so many people are sad and hurt that their community track has gone away. So many people never realized that Shuffletown would ultimately end up the way that it has become. This is why we've got to preserve history and support the tracks we have left. As I've traveled around the country and documented these tracks and talked to racers, it's clear that racing has faced so many threats, whether it's noise, as in the case of Shuffletown, or governments, or politics, or low attendance. But whatever it may be, the best thing we could do to make sure that racing lives and survives is go and support the tracks that we have left. Get in the stand, support your racers. Make sure that racing remains healthy for generations to come. Even though racing has its struggles, The biggest thing that I've learned as I've begun this journey to document racetracks is that people involved in racing are the most passionate and loyal group of people that you will ever meet. It's been a true privilege to tell this track's story. Shuffletown may be gone, but the memories will live on.